Okay, day 2, the workout, the punching bag workout. I don't need these glasses once I got the phone set. Let me take my slippers off. I'm bare feet. Got on my karate suit. My scale is on the floor. I didn't eat all day yesterday or today, and it looked like I went from 217 to 213 after, not eating and a steam bath. So I probably released a lot of water, I doubt if that's, all fat, weight loss, but what you'll notice when you're working out is that, mainly if you fasting while you're working out, you'll notice that you'll lose like a pound or 2 a day. But that's, mostly the water from, I guess you're sweating or whatever the situation is. So this is day 2 of the workout. I got on my karate suit. This is gonna be the uniform, the workout uniform. Just because I used to take Taekwondo when I was younger, and I found a Taekwondo. If you see the back, it said on the back. Found that on the internet. I'm not a black belt, but I just wanted to get a black karate suit, so, I used to have a white one. But just the thing about this, it's like not really the official suit, because the pants, when you buy the karate pants, they usually be baggy. And the top, it fits me, but the pants is tight. So it's kind of like, and they more straight leg than the karate suit I had before when I was taking Taekwondo. The legs was wider so that you could, kick. Because they do a lot of kicking and punching and blocking and all kind of stuff like that, But I guess we're not trying to get into all of that right now. We're just trying to make sure that we get up out the bed and work out a little bit and try to, get the weight down. I went to Thanksgiving and my family was calling me fat. Oh, you fat? You so fat? Yeah, but I'm not 16 no more. I'm not 18 no more. I used to be like 110, 120. Anybody could just fling me around, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to get down that far, but 135, 140 would be ideal. For my height is like 5'7". So I was doing a lot of talking yesterday. I'm doing a lot of talking today too, but I guess I don't want it to be like too boring. But basically, this is just a little workout to exert some energy. And if you twist your body, you could probably help your midsection. If you got a pop belly, you know what I'm saying? You could probably get a little twist going on. It's not really how hard you hit the bag. It's really just that, you keep moving and you keep twisting. So it's kind of like your calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? But you got a bag to work with. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're doing calisthenics on the bag. You're not really trying to punch hard or anything like that, really. But if you want to punch hard, You can punch hard, you know, but I think one of the main things is to punch fast. You know, put one foot behind the other and lean forward into it. You know, like you're almost doing a split. I know in karate class they used to have this this thing on wheels where you put one leg on one side and the other leg on the other side, and this thing just be like, you just be sliding down, the wheels just be rolling and parting your legs as much as you can go. And then when you're home, you're doing these lunges like this. You're doing both sides. I remember that much. So what you want to do is bust a sweat. So basically, I'm just here to bust a sweat with you. Or you here to bust a sweat with me, you know? Or watch me bust a sweat. If you're not working out while I'm working out, you don't need no heavy bag. You could just punch the air. You could just shadow box. But twist your midsection. You know, spread your feet apart and try to twist your midsection. And you can go fast. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. After I got finished the 1 hour workout yesterday, I was feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was much, you know what I'm saying? But it was. I was feeling it all around on my back. I already have, you know, lower back pain, but, you know, you don't want to succumb to your pain. You understand what I'm saying? I be seeing, like, people that, you know, and some of them is my age and, you know, older, you know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure they done been through things I've been through in life and accidents, you know. I've been in, you know, everybody's been in a little car accident or something like that, or, you know, taking a fall or something like that. But it's those people that get up and work their body out. If you lay up in the bed and be like, oh, I'm in pain, I'm taking pain pills and I'm in pain and oh, I'm eating. Nah, you know, you just like, you giving up. You don't want to give up no matter what age you are, because, you know, the older you get, you know, the harder you got to work for this, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, all you got to do is go call one of your friends and go hang outside, go hang out. And y'all be walking. I remember I used to walk blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling and talking with my friends. Like, we used to be walking and crossing bridges and stuff, you know. And I had a car early on. I was the one with the car early on and stuff like that. But, you know, my little hoopties and stuff. But, you know, in between driving and stuff like that, I've always been like a walker, you know. I walk places and distances, you know. But as you get older, you don't really want to cross those paths and those blocks that often. Or once you survive and you get to like my age, you don't really want to risk being in, you know, too much urban neighborhood, you know. I'm kind of like in one now, but it's kind of like middle class because there's a lot of houses over here, you know what I'm saying? But so people who own properties all around where I live at, you know what I'm saying, right now, so, you know. But, you know, niggas gonna be niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be niggas, you know. They can't keep nothing clean or anything like that, you know. You can't give them buildings, you know. You can't give them the projects, you know what I'm saying? There's many projects in the in each city. You would think, you know, Okay, we got cheap rent here, you know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is keep this shit clean, you know what I'm saying? Nope. It means destroy. And then when somebody luck up and be able to, or not really luck up, but you know, if you got two or three incomes in your family, 2 or 3 working people, and you lucky or fortunate that way, or y'all got your education and you know, y'all planned your goals to do what y'all had to do and get your education, and you're able to put your incomes together, and you go like in a white neighborhood. You gotta go live in a white neighborhood to say that you live decent, you know what I'm saying? So, until that change, you know, our Black Lives Matters people, you know, we gotta work in our own backyard first. You know, we gotta clean up our own backyard first before we talk about somebody else, you know. Yes, incidents is gonna happen of prejudiceness. We was in 400 years of slavery. And after that, all that Jim Crow and all that old other stuff that, you know, you gotta fight for this and fight for that, to turn over this law and turn over that law, you know. You know, but one thing we are seeing is that in any land does not depreciate is what I'm trying to say. The value of the land doesn't depreciate. So, you know, you might destroy the property, and now, unless you go down south and you in a property that's built, a whole neighborhood that's built with wooden houses, you know what I'm saying? Wooden shacks and stuff like that, that's gonna be looking run down. But the projects is built, the projects, and I'm talking about New York, and any one of them that I lived in, the walls are concrete. The walls are stronger than people who take out a mortgage and gotta be paying $3,000 and $5,000 a month for mortgage. They only got sheetrock walls where you can put your fist through. Project buildings, they have concrete walls. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is more solid than people's houses. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to feel down about where you live at, because where you live at is built like a strong shelter. You know, if we really do have any kind of major disaster, everybody will probably be running to the projects for shelter, you know. I mean, if we have some big major thing, you know what I'm saying? Because those sheetrock walls and all of that stuff, them buildings that's built like that ain't built to last. You know, these projects is built like the schools and stuff. They poured concrete for the walls and stuff like that, you know? But you know, these young guys, they don't really, that don't have no education or don't have no skill, they don't understand that, you know? That all they have to do is keep it clean, you know what I'm saying? We could rotate and keep the maintenance 24 hours, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be so worried about coming out your door that, you know, dangers lurking right outside your door or right outside your building and stuff like that. You know, I used to mop the hallways. I used to take my own equipment, my own mop, a bucket, because I used to run a cleaning business, so I have industrial equipment. And I used to mop the hallways. One time I painted the hallways because they just looked so bad. The walls looked like they hadn't been maintained in like 30 or 40 years. Like nobody came to paint, or nobody said nothing or complained about it, you know what I'm saying? And I went and got some burgundy paint, and it was too dark, you know, because old people lived in the building on the floor and they couldn't see. Like it made the hallway dark. So that made housing have to come and paint over what I did. But before I painted, I scraped all around the door, the baseboards. The baseboards is like solid brick, you know, but they was all caked up with food, old food and gook, and I scraped all of that stuff. And I had a cleaning business, so I took my buffing machine, you know, that you strip the floors down with. They had an old lady like mopping the floors. She was an old lady. She couldn't even swing a mop, you know what I'm saying? And she wouldn't bring a bucket of water up. She just bring a damp mop and just wipe around the floor and go to the next floor and just wipe with one mop, and you could still see all the stains, and she was just mushing around the gook, and the gook was just piling up. So I took my buffing machine out and I stripped the floors down, and I had some wax left over, and I stripped the floors down and waxed them and buffed them back up. Yeah, in the projects, in the housing projects. And I painted, but I painted it too dark, the walls. I painted it burgundy, and then they wanted it to come back. They wanted it a light color, so they painted it like this color, like a off-white. But that put layers of paint on top of layers of paint. You understand what I'm saying? From what it originally was, how nasty it originally was. And eventually the old lady that was doing the maintenance, she was about 80 or 70 or something like that. She was an old lady, she couldn't swing a mop. Eventually they got like a big strong dude, and he was in here like mopping the shit down and bringing the bucket up, and so, you know, it got a little bit better. But you know, if everybody had that same attitude, you know, they would be like, oh shit, we taking those projects back from them. Them motherfuckers is keeping it clean. They got cheap rent, you know what I'm saying? And they living good, you know what I'm saying? But they did take one project back, I know, in Harlem. You know, that gentrification stuff where they might take certain neighborhoods away from the blacks. You know, they start buying it for like millions of dollars, the properties and stuff. And then, so since they bought it for the properties for millions of dollars, and they put a whole bunch of money, you know, millions to renovate and take out all of that old junk, because what they wanted was the old structure, you know, all the detail and the mahogany, that wood that's inside of the brownstones in Harlem. And so, since they raised the price and paid a lot, they was paying a lot just for the shell, you know, like nothing inside, just the shell, and then you got the land, so now you got to lay the floors out and everything like that. They was buying them things up in Harlem, you know. So now, the regular people that lived in Harlem, that was walking around getting high and being junkies and all kind of stuff like that, is selling dope and using dope and running around like nothing was nothing. Like they couldn't see the wealth of the property that they was tearing down the value of. You understand what I'm saying? And they couldn't see it. So what it basically is that, being that the money is in Midtown Manhattan in New York, you know, in the downtown area, they want somewhere that's cheaper, that's like right across the bridge. Like, you know, it's not too far from the bridge to go straight into Manhattan. It's not too far of a drive, you know what I'm saying? So they taking those kind of areas. I think they even taking some South Bronx areas, because you got some South Bronx areas that's, you know, right next to, you know, the bridge and stuff, and water and stuff like that. And they take the areas that black people been roaming around in for years, you know what I'm saying? And then they did it in Brooklyn too. They did the gentrification in Brooklyn too. Everywhere there's brownstones, you know. You got a lot of historical land spots too, you know. So you gotta know your worth. And mainly like with artists coming, you know, most of your rappers, the Jay-Z's and Nas's and all of them, they come from the projects and stuff like that. Those places where they come from is gonna be memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? Those places is gonna be landmarks. You understand what I'm saying? They're not just gonna be like, oh, somebody made it up out of here and this is just like a regular project. You got some projects where you got a lot of projects where, you know, nobody special came up out of there. So the ones where, you know, rising star, somebody rose up and became a star out of those projects, they probably taken. You know, like the Marcy, you know, Jay-Z put that in the store and made in a song and made it famous. The Marcy projects, they probably doing it now already. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Drake went over there. Drake was standing in front of the projects and shooting his videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's just, you know, a upkeep, you know. Every race talk about how, white people smell like wet dogs and black people smell like musty or whatever, you know. They talk about each other, but soon as a black person get money, where they need to go live, they need to go live in a white neighborhood, you know, to feel safe, to get away from the gang, to get away from the garbage, to get away from people that don't care about communities and stuff like that. They have to run to a white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They are not going to respect their neighborhood. And then if they make it, they turn around and be like, oh, my mama lived in the projects all our lives and all of that stuff like that. But yeah, the projects wasn't bad. The projects is a building just like any other building in Manhattan or any place else. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that make the projects bad is the people that hang out, the people that destroy, the people that hang out on the corners and the stores in front of the buildings and stuff, sell drugs and shoot each other and fight and like to fight all the time and, you know, like to eat and throw shit down and don't pick shit up, you know. They don't have no class about themselves, basically, is what I'm saying. So it take a white person to come. If the white people come in and stuff like that, they come in and clean everything up, you know what I'm saying? Clean up the community. They know everything that they want done, you know, rip up the floors, put down nice floors, you know, in the hallways, put carpet down in the hallways, you know what I'm saying? We want 24-hour maintenance, you know what I'm saying? We want 24-hour security, and we want a doorman, you know what I'm saying? You know, even though the city is not going to do that, and I understand for the projects, but you can organize, like you say, if Black Lives Matter can organize, you can organize amongst yourself, your people. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, I understand what it is, divide and conquer. You know, if they see black people, you know, coming together and sticking together and stuff like that, they always send somebody in to, you know, probably like destroy, like Black Panthers and stuff like that, you know, them type of organizations that try to, you know, do positive stuff in the community and stuff. They always send somebody in to, you know, infiltrate. So that's why, you know, I do me, you know what I'm saying? No more organizations or none of that, you know. Yeah, so today is day 2. We almost a half an hour in already. So every day I'm just doing like an hour. I can't hardly lift my legs because I'm waiting to lose these thighs a little bit because the pants is a little tight. These pants is not the actual. I'm gonna look online for another pair of black. The top is okay, but a real pair of karate pants because these is kind of like made in China. Not the they like almost like straight leg. It's almost like a style instead of sports. They made the pants like straight leg style, and they supposed to be real flared, the real karate pants. But I am busting a sweat. I feel sweaty. I'm taking it like the first few days, and as I move on, as the days move on, we might get a little bit more technique. I might get some flare karate pants, and we get the kicking and everything. But if you at home watching me, work at your own pace. If you working harder, work harder. You know what I'm saying? But don't work too hard where you can't do this every day. So that's my goal. My goal is to every day put in an hour and record it. If not just for myself, anybody else that, sometimes you need company, you know what I'm saying? Or you need to see somebody else doing it and you be like, oh, I could do that too, you know what I'm saying? Or, I've been trying to get to the gym, I've been trying to get to the gym, but I'm like, all the stuff I gotta do around the house, I'm trying to put my business together and get my business off the ground, and, sometimes I'll be taking jobs and working. Like, when do you have time to go to the gym? You know what I'm saying? So I commend those people that do work, go to school, and go to the gym and do all of that stuff. I commend them. But like right now, like I said in my last video, going to a gym or a public place where, you have to pass by other people is not it's not good right now. So it's best to get what you can get in your house. This right here I feel is good because it's not something that I'll get tired of doing. Punching this thing, it helps kind of like to relieve the stress. It don't take up that much room. You find a little corner. I could even put this in my bedroom, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to put it too close to the bed because my behind will be laid up in the bed. And it's enough with the bed now, you know what I'm saying? That's how I got to where I'm at now. Over 200 pounds and trying to get under, I used to be, when I was younger, I was like 120. I couldn't get past my weight wouldn't go up, because I was ripping and running too hard, And then one day I went to the doctor and I was like 160. I got on the scale. You know how every time you go to the doctor, they tell you they weigh you. You know what I'm saying? You get on the scale. I was 160 and I like to cry. And the lady was like, what? I was like, yeah, 160, that's crazy. I'm crazy big. I was crying about being 160. I was real upset and depressed about it, And she was like, 160 is not bad, but she don't know I come from 120 to 160, right? So, lo and behold, after women have kids, it's hard because if you was by yourself, you could do a diet and stick to it, right? But if you have kids, you cooking and you making them food, and every 10 minutes they hungry or they want snacks or they want something to drink, and it make you eat too. So you have to have good discipline, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like if you've been to the military or something like that, you know what I'm saying? To feed kids in your house and to get up and prepare meals, and don't eat none yourself. Don't eat a plate yourself. That's hard to do. And you're not supposed to stop eating, you know what I'm saying? Like they got the starvation diet, but I do my little fasting and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But the idea, and when they be getting those operations, what they be doing with the operations is be like tying up your stomach and shrinking your stomach and making your stomach small, sewing your shit up so that, you know, you can't fill it up. You get full quicker, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is to decrease my stomach size, you know. And when I do eat, you know how you say, what they say, your eyes was bigger than your stomach, and then, you know, you go in there and you make a whole bunch of food, you know what I'm saying? So I want to change that, you know, my eyes being bigger than my stomach, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you know, like you have a craving for something, and then, you know, you go get a whole lot of food, you know. You don't want to eat a whole lot of food, you know. You just want to eat almost like a kid, like, you know, less bites, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to eat healthy. So if you don't eat that hard, you know, and if you drink a juice, you know what I'm saying, and cheat a little bit with the sugar in the juice and drink a sweet juice, you won't feel like that bad, you know what I'm saying? But when you diet and everything feel like a cheat, you know, like if you drink a soda or you drink a sweet juice, it feel like a cheat, you know what I'm saying? And then even, you know, if you try to go vegan, right, that might help, you know, as far as the red meat and the pork and all of that stuff like that, that's good. But at the same time, a lot of vegans be heavy too, because, you know, they're not eating no meat, but then they turn around and eat a lot of rice and potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, big portions of fish, or, you know, mac and cheese. That stuff is not meat, you know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna put you on your ass, you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna thicken you up. So Thanksgiving is over. They was calling me fat at Thanksgiving, and I couldn't deny it. My stomach is all the way out here, and my ass is all the way out here, and my thighs is all the way over here. And then, you know, my sister got a big mirror, so I'm reflected off the mirror like, you know. So what I want to do is, it might seem like I'm not working hard. I feel it. I feel a little sweaty. I'm a person that have like lower back pain. I go to the chiropractor and stuff like that. But my thing is that I don't want to work too hard, and then tomorrow I don't do day 3 video. You know what I'm saying? So every day I want to do an hour. You know what I'm saying? I want to work out an hour and prove it on camera and count the days. So when I get to like 40 days and 50 days, I should be reaching my weight goal by, you know, the end of January. I got these gloves, like I said yesterday, are like the karate calisthenics gloves where your fingers is loose, but I'm waiting on FedEx today. They delivering the full glove. It's the same color, the red and the black and yellow, but it's the full glove, and I'll probably be able to work a little harder. So I thought, I was trying to wait for FedEx today, but I was feeling a little tired, feeling a little achy, and I was like, let me just go ahead and do this and get this workout over with. But I didn't eat nothing yesterday. Today I haven't eaten nothing. I did drink some juice, yesterday, and I drank some juice today, but no meal, because I'm kind of like fasting, but I'm not gonna starve myself where I'm gonna kill myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be suicidal with this, you know what I'm saying? I know when it's time to go in there and make a pot of broccoli, or steam up some corn on the cob or something like that, but at 2 today, my weight was 213. At 213, I could afford to miss some meals. I'm not gonna starve to death at 213. I'm way up there where I don't want to be, And I could do a more vigorous workout. I could get down on the floor and try a little bit harder and try to do some push-ups or some woman push-ups, but I just don't want to overexert myself with working out, and then the next day be too sore to do anything, and then wait a whole week before I make another video. I want to make a video every day, so I'm taking it slow and gradual. If you look on my channel, you see I talk about current events and celebrity news and all of that stuff that's been going on with them and stuff like that. But to tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of making the same videos over and over again, and about the rappers, and they shooting each other, and this one went to jail and this one died, and I don't want them to crowd my page up with all of that stuff. We could talk about it, but let me do something for myself. Let me try to get myself in shape. I don't want to do all of that talking about other people or celebrities. I want to be my own celebrity, you know what I'm saying? And do my own thing and create my own thing, and do what I need to do for myself, because they just going to keep on using drugs,